We've seen that you can use negative start and stop values in a slice. You can also use a negative step. There's only one thing to watch out for, and it's one of those things that's obvious once it's been pointed out. If I asked you to count backwards from 99 and stop when you reach 100, how would you get on? You'd tell me it's impossible, of course, and you can't possibly get to 100 by counting backwards from 99. Well, neither can Python. Now that you know that, you won't make the most common error that people make when using negative steps in a slice. Alright, so let's see some examples. I want to create a new Python file called sliceback. Alright, so I'm going to start by typing letters, equals, and the alphabet, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, etc. Then on line 3, I'm going to type backwards equals letters, square brackets, 25 colon 0 colon minus 1. Then the closing right square bracket. Then we're going to print backwards. Alright, so I've created a slice that starts at index 25, which is the Z, and I've set the stop value to 0 and used a step of minus 1. So what do you expect the output to be here? So pause the video and have a careful think and come back when you think you've got the answer. Alright, so let's run the program now to see if you were right. So we get the letters of the alphabet in reverse order from Z down to B. Notice that the letter A isn't included. We used a stop value of 0 and slices extend up to but not including the stop value. Before I ask you another question, let's review what we've got here on line 3. Because we're using a negative step, the start value must be greater than the stop value. Our slice starts at index position 25 and it extends down to index position 0 but doesn't include the character at that position. We're stepping by minus 1, which produces all the letters from Z down to B. So my second question is, what stop value will let the slice include the letter A? There's two obvious answers to that, but only one of them works. So have a think and run your code to try your answer before starting the video again. So pause the video now. Alright, so how did you get on? So one obvious answer, if a slice doesn't include the position at the stop value, is to use a stop value of minus 1. But unfortunately, that's the one that doesn't work. So if we try that and use a stop value of minus 1, when we run it, we don't get any output. So you may have worked out why. Remember that negative stop values count backwards from the end of the sequence. Minus 1 means the last character in the string, which means we've requested a slice that extends from the Z up to but not including the Z, and therefore we get nothing. The other obvious answer is to omit the stop value. Python will default to the start or end of the sequence if we don't specify start or stop values. So it's clever enough to work out that it should reverse the defaults when we're using a negative step. So if I change that now, get rid of the minus 1 for our stop, run this, and you can see that the code works. With a negative step, the start value will default to the end of the string and the stop value defaults to the start of the string. That means we can omit our stop value as well. So we can go back and do that. And if we run it now, once again we get the string reversed. A slice of colon minus 1 is a Python idiom. When you see that, you'll recognize it as reversing the sequence. I'll cover a few more slicing idioms in the next video. There's not much else that I can say about slicing backwards. Just use a negative step and make sure the start value is greater than the stop value. Experiment with different values and make sure you're comfortable with what a negative step produces. I'll finish this video with a challenge and go over the solution to that challenge in the next video. So using the letter strings from the video, add some code to create the following slices. Firstly, create a slice that produces the characters Q, P, O. Secondly, slice the string to produce E, D, C, B, A. And thirdly, slice the string to produce the last 8 characters in reverse order. So that's your challenge. Have a go at that. And as mentioned, I'll go through the solution to it in the next video.